I call to order the meeting of the Village Board for August 22nd, 2017. Can you please join us for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Village Clerk, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone?
Here.
Trustee Carmona?
Here.
Trustee Franz?
Here.
Trustee Jaworska?
Here.
Trustee Lomax?
Here.
Trustee Panicola?
Here.
Trustee Perez?
Here.
That's 7, we have a quorum.
We will move the public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board? If so, please approach the podium and state your name. Do we have any public comment?
Yes, Mr. Frank
Fiore?
I'm sorry.
Good evening, everyone. Is it on? Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
As everybody greeted us walking in, it seems like we know a few people in this board meeting, so Scott knows us, and a lot of other people know us. I live in Mohawk Terrace, which is on the, I would say, the north side of Bensonville. I've been in touch with most of you in phone conversations, emails, things like that. My concerns are, from a little young man to now in my 60s, my family members have been grown up in Bensenville in that area. We have built homes at one time in that area, excess of maybe 15 to 20 in that subdivision. Knowing the subdivisions from probably when it was mostly empty to now almost full with a couple small lots, I noticed a lot of things not being taken care of. I have mentioned it, I have talked to people, I have gone in meetings with Mr. Johnson when he was here. I have left messages to the prior mayors. It seems like nothing's getting done. If I don't speak to Scott or his associates or some people like that, simple things from police officers going through our subdivision just to make sure everything is fine, to maintenance of our subdivision. It seems like it's far from the main subdivision or the main town, and I think it's getting neglected. I've been going on like this for the last 5 years real strong. We were unincorporated at one time, and now we're incorporated. We had a committee at one time when my dad and mom was living that they used to have a committee that everybody pitched in for maintenance in the subdivision, which it should not be, and it's not any longer. I've been in touch with those people, Mrs. Peters and things like that. She was on a committee. I have been on Bensenville for a long time about our streets. They're all cracked. They have to be patched. You have come out, looked at them, patched them, but this is going on for 5 years that I've been on Bensenville to have the streets sealed. And when I go up and down Bensenville Township and I see all this work being done by the golf course and they seal the streets and they do this and do that, why can't they do our streets? It's a simple thing. They used to come in with some kind of fine stone, tar them, and they were sealed for many years. Now they're cracking on Indian Hill. There's cracks and holes on the turns in the side streets. They're all cracked, and it's starting to neglect. I know that the economy has changed the housing, people, how they take care of their homes. And I even offered to assist them cutting grass. We had some issues in the subdivision with some death of a family. And this house has been neglected like crazy. There's a tree down in the front yard that hasn't been picked up. I understood the village was telling me that they would cut the grass and do this. Nothing has been done. Our entranceways, nothing has been done. They're saying it's ours. I've been fighting people for culverts. We have a water problem in our swales. I know it's a problem with everybody's home, not only mine. I've been asking why the village is not responsible to replace culverts. They're saying we had a letter back in 1977 when we were unincorporated that we signed, or the president at that time signed in our subdivision, that we were liable for our own culverts. But we maintain the swales, and it's owned by the village. Why can't the village of Bensonville pay and replace the swale problem? Also, in the corners off of Devon Avenue, which is the ending of our subdivision, there's sewers there. They're blocked all the time because of the water that just drains and drains and drains. I've asked, and I put an order in to Public Works 4 weeks ago to have the sweeper come and sweep the entranceways. No one has come. It's getting to a point where when you were born and raised in that subdivision, because that's where we were brought up, built 15, 20 homes in there, knowing from brick to brick what we did in the subdivision, made the subdivision, I would think, a subdivision at one time, because my dad was very good at what he did. Now it's like all neglected, like we're not known anymore. But we were supposedly fighting to be Elk Grove, we were fighting to be Wooddale, we were fighting to be Bensonville, and we ended up being Bensonville, because Wooddale wanted to buy us at one time too, or some kind of taxes or something. So my concerns are why we're neglected. These are just some of the thoughts I have to bring to the board. It's the first time I've been here. I always work, I'm in long hours because I'm in a retail. And I am disappointed that there's not more people here. I really am. I thought you guys would have a bunch of people here saying their opinion. But maybe, and I'm not saying this to cut anybody down that's up at that board, maybe they're just getting to a point where they don't want to come anymore because nothing is heard and done whatever they want. I remember Mr. Johnson come in and had someone come in our subdivision, gave tickets to everybody that had a small trailer, a truck. I mean, it was ridiculous because you had to park on a driveway or wasn't hidden so many feet behind your house, a boat. I mean, I got a fine. When I came here to get the fine taken care of, because I was helping people in the subdivision and calling yous, they wouldn't take care of it for me. And I'm the one that is probably 99.9 always trying to get the subdivision back to order.
Frank, if I may, first off, I want to thank you for coming today. It's good to see you. Welcome to your first board meeting. I'm the village manager, and I do want to say that this is a new board up here. One of the first things that Mayor DeSimone said when we walked into my office after the election is we got to take care of those parts of the town that people seem to forget about, and that's your neighborhood as well as west of 83. So you're actually on my to-call list, or my assistants to-call list. We're going to be doing what we call Coffees with the Mayor. It's a new thing the mayor rolled out September 30th. We want to coordinate that with you so we can start trying to get the village more involved up in your neighborhood, because you definitely are an important part of the village, and we want to make sure that that relationship stays positive. So we are going to get involved in there. You gave us a lot of things we can look into. I wrote some things down. I'm assuming Joe and Scott wrote some things down as well. So hopefully we'll see more of us, and hopefully we can change your opinion of that, and hopefully be singing our praises rather than
I
coming
hope
at
so.
us.
Even the trees, I guess you guys supposedly cutting the trees that hang over the streets. If a truck goes through the subdivision, they hit the trees. They don't even come out for that.
Well, we'll look into all that, and we appreciate that, and we hope to see you on the 30th, and maybe we can help try to coordinate that event with you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do we have any other public comment?
No.
This will conclude our public comment. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the August 8th, 2017 board meeting?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any modifications to the minutes? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. This motion carries and the minutes are approved. The next item of business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $1,249,021.62. Is there a motion to approve this warrant?
You have a motion?
Is there a second on the motion?
Second.
Is there any discussion on the warrant? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Panicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6, the motion carries.
This motion carries and the warrant is approved. We have 8 resolutions and ordinances on the consent agenda.
Mr. President, I'd like to move item 4 from the consent agenda and place it under the Public Works report.
Do we have to vote on that? Can I have a motion to move number 4 from the consent agenda to the Public Works?
You have a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so we will move 4 to Public Works. So we have 7 resolutions and ordinances on the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the 7 resolutions and ordinances listed on the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
Motion carries and the items on the consent agenda are now approved. Reports from the village departments, we don't have a report from administration. Community and Economic Development, we do have one. It's an ordinance approving a ground lease of village property located at 540 County Line Road with MTR for a term of 6 months. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second on the motion?
Second.
There being a motion and a second, is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
The motion carries and the ordinance is approved. There is no report for finance, the police department. In Public Works, we have a resolution authorizing the approval of a purchase order to HD Supply Waterworks for the census water meters annual maintenance in the amount of $17,650. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
There being a motion and a second, is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
The motion carries and the resolution is approved. Number 2, resolution authorizing the execution of a construction engineering services agreement with James Bennis and Associates Incorporated for the 2017 CDBG Annual Residential Streetlight Project in the not-to-exceed amount of $19,951 contingent on grant approval. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
Motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
There being a motion and a second, is there discussion? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
The motion carries and resolution is approved. So, next one up is a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Utility Dynamic Incorporated for the 2017 CDBG Annual Residential Streetlight Project in the not-to-exceed amount of $188,241. Public Works contingent on the grant approval. Is there a motion to approve this?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second? There being a motion and a second, is there any discussion?
Your Honor, if I may, this was previously approved at committee. At that time, we were hoping to have the grant letter finalized. That grant letter has not come through yet, so what we're asking is the board approve this contingent upon the final grant approvals. Joe, do you have anything to add?
No.
Nope, that's good. Joe. Both Joes. It's very efficient how we have it here.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
The motion carries. Is there any unfinished business to come before the board tonight? I guess for me, presidential remarks, which I skipped over, right? Because it's not highlighted in yellow.
Change that.
The remarks I want to make is a couple, is one, Frank, I thought you were coming to yell at me because when I first coffee in the park, I said it was at Mohawk Park, which I know is now in your neighborhood, but is also Mohawk School in our neighborhood. So I hope that nobody showed up over there expecting free coffee, but we are coming into your neighborhood. So I apologize for that. And just to let you know, and I know we never used to address public comment, my door is always open. We've been here since mid-May, and we're looking to do some good things, and I'd like to talk to you after the meeting if that's possible. On to our coffee, we probably had 60 or so residents come out.
It's a great turnout.
All 60 residents, after drinking that coffee, have been up for 3 days because we had a nice mixture, and we had some good ideas out of that. I thank those who attended. It was a huge success. That being said, do you have anything, Evan, for us for the village manager?
Yeah, I just want to compliment everyone for coming out for the Coffees with the Mayor. It's a great, low-key event, very casual. Conversations kind of float everywhere, and staff was inundated with a bunch of cartograph requests today for things that we didn't know about and that we're addressing. So that worked out really well. I do want to just always, as always, invite people to Music in the Park tomorrow here at Village Hall. There is a boil order currently underway. I believe it's still underway, Joe, right? Can you talk about that boil order and the planned boil order for Church Road residents?
Yeah, so we have actually a boil order at Church Road. That work was completed today on schedule, so there will be a 24-hour notice, which was handed out to those affected. This is not a village-wide boil order by any means. It's a very isolated section of Church Road. We anticipate that sometime tomorrow afternoon, we'll get the release of the boil order. Another door hanger will go on your doors to let you know that the boil order has been lifted. We will also try to put that out on social media as well. There was another boil order today on Addison Street. Same situation, the work was completed. There will be notices to those affected people. And we do have one water shutdown planned for tomorrow, a little bit further south on Church Road. Those people were notified by mailer today. And again, 1 day behind. So we have basically 3 boil orders in 2 days. We expect 2 of them to be lifted tomorrow, and the other one will be lifted on Thursday if everything works out well.
And I just want to reiterate, these are part of the process. We knew these boilers were going to come through. You have to do these whenever you replace water main with new water main. So it's just a precaution. There's no known risk. It's just a precaution set up by the IEPA. The next Coffee with the Mayor that we mentioned will be September 9th in the Brentwood neighborhood. So we rely on some of our trustees over there to help facilitate that. And then September 16th will be a busy day that Saturday. We will do a Coffee with the Mayor here at Village Hall, starting at 9 a.m. and then transition directly into the Be Well Walkathon. So we invite everyone to come out and come hang out and get to know us and us get to know you. So that is my report for this evening.
Do we have any village attorney report?
No, Mr. President.
Just going back to new business, Joe, Evan, I know we were out talking to the crews on Church Road. We're getting the message out to the residents. They're comfortable with what's going on. I know we fixed some issues that happened with
I don't know if
signage.
comfortable is a word I want to use. It is a construction zone. It is an active construction zone. There are some inconveniences such as boil orders, parking. We are doing our best to over-communicate. We always know that people consume information differently. So some people want the door hangers. Some people want to see it online. We're going to do everything we can. We went out and met with Darren, the resident engineer. I think he's a more than competent individual who's helping us out over there. So we understand the struggle, but this struggle will lead to progress. We are moving forward, and the project is looking very good, the completed portion.
I have a question. How many people is that affecting, approximately?
I will hand that off to Mr. Karachi.
I do not know the exact number. The location for the one on Church Road that was completed today, I believe, is north of Grove to Green Street. In some of the outlying areas. Tomorrow's will be between Wood and Grove Avenue. Again, those people were notified if they were affected. So if you did not get a notification, you should be good to go. If you were notified, it's just, again, a precautionary boil order for the next 24 hours.
Thank you.
And we are in constant communication with the school whenever we get involved with water issues around the school.
Is there any new business to come before the board tonight? I understand that there is a need for executive session to discuss pending litigation under 5 ILCS 120/2C11 and review of executive session minutes 120/2C21. Is there a motion to enter into executive session to discuss pending litigation and executive session minutes?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second,
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
The motion carries and the board will go into executive session. I would also like to advise the public that final action will be taken at the conclusion of the closed portion of the meeting on the item identified under section 13 of the agenda. So do I have a motion to adjourn into executive session?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? We will now be going into executive session. We have now returned from executive session. Village Clerk, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone?
Here.
Trustee Carmona?
Here.
Trustee Franz?
here.
Trustee Jaworska?
Here.
Trustee Lomax?
Here.
Trustee Penicola?
Here.
Trustee Perez?
Here.
That's 7.
We will now consider the next item under section 13 of the agenda. Resolution of the Village of Bensonville, DuPage County, Cook DuPage and Cook County, Illinois, authorizing settlement of a workers' compensation claim. Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved.
Do I have a second on the motion?
Second.
There being a motion and a second, is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Pena Cola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
The motion carries and the resolution is approved. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second on the motion?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.